This is the TNA Slammiversary 2024 full show results video which takes place at Verdun Auditorium in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. The show started with a four-way action between Tasha Steelz vs Fabi Apache vs Giselle Shaw vs Zaya Brookside, and the result of this match was Tasha Steelz won the match by pinfall when Shaw delivered a running knee to Brookside, but Steelz shoved Shaw aside to steal the pin. Gia Miller conducted a backstage interview with AJ Francis, and Rich Swann and Francis didn't flinch at the news of his match becoming a street fight. They were joined by Smoke DZA and Josh Bishop, who sported "Heels Have Eyes" sweatshirts. Francis assured them that they would be well compensated if they fulfilled their duties. Sami Callihan appeared, expressing surprise at seeing Bishop, leading to a tense stare-down, and Francis suggested that Callihan could potentially join first class. Callihan, however, seemed insincere while pretending to consider the offer. The next match happened between Kushida vs Rich Swann, and the result of this match was Kushida defeated Rich Swann by submission with the hoverboard lock. Gia Miller attempted to interview Ash by Elegance, but the concierge took the mic and delivered an over-the-top introduction for Ash. The next match happened between Masha Slamovich and Alicia Edwards vs Jody Threat and Danny Luna for the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championship, and the result of this match was Masha Slamovich and Alicia Edwards won the match by pinfall to retain the titles. The next match happened between Eric Young vs Alexander Hammerstone, and the result of this match was Eric Young defeated Alexander Hammerstone by pinfall with a roll-up. After the match, Young told the Montreal crowd that it felt good to be home. He said it was a celebration of pro wrestling for both the wrestlers and the fans. Young promised that everyone would give the fans the show of a lifetime. This is Slammiversary, and this is TNA Wrestling. The next match happened between Matt Hardy vs Johnny Dango Curtis, and the result of this match was Matt Hardy defeated Johnny Dango Curtis by pinfall after hitting the Twist of Fate off the turnbuckles. Hardy added two more Twist of Fate maneuvers for good measure after the match. Backstage, the System members Moose, Eddie Edwards, Brian Myers, and Alicia Edwards wore red, white, and blue warm-up jackets while delivering a promo. Moose concluded by saying he would once again show the world why you should always trust the System. The next match happened between Ace Austin and Chris Bay vs Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards for the TNA World Tag Team Championship, and the result of this match was Ace Austin and Chris Bay defeated Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards by pinfall to become the new TNA World Tag Team Champions. The next match happened between Mike Santana vs Jake Something, and the result of this match was Mike Santana defeated Jake Something by pinfall with a discus lariat. The next match happened between the Rascals vs WWE NXT's No Quarter Catch Crew, and the result of this match was Rascals defeated No Quarter Catch Crew by pinfall when Miguel ascends the top rope and delivers a soup kitchen to Heights, and Wentz goes for the cover and secures the victory. Then we saw a Montreal street fight between PCO vs AJ Francis for the TNA Digital Media Championship and International Heavyweight Wrestling Championship. We have seen multiple superstars action in this match. Francis had help from Rich Swann and Josh Bishop, but they couldn't keep PCO down, and Sami Callihan and Rhino evened the odds to help the monster. The result of this match was PCO defeated AJ Francis by pinfall with a PCO moonsault to win the TNA Digital Media Championship and International Heavyweight Wrestling Championship. Post-match, Steph DeLander makes a dramatic entrance, grabs a mic, falls to her knees, and pulls out a ring. She asks PCO to marry her, and overwhelmed, PCO responds affirmatively in French. The next match happened between Jordynne Grace vs Ash by Elegance for the Knockouts Championship, and the result of this match was Jordynne Grace defeated Ash by Elegance by pinfall with the Juggernaut finisher to retain the title. The next match happened between Mike Bailey vs Mustafa Ali for the TNA X Division Championship, and the result of this match was Mike Bailey defeated Mustafa Ali by submission to become the new X Division champion. In the main event of the show, we saw a six-way elimination match between Moose vs Josh Alexander vs Frankie Kazarian vs Nic Nemeth vs Steve Maclin vs Joe Hendry for the TNA World Championship. Maclin was the first elimination via spear from Moose. Moose was the second elimination via standing ovation chokeslam from Hendry. Hendry was the third elimination via low blow kick and AC4 spike piledriver from Alexander, and it appears that Alexander just turned heel. Josh Alexander was the fourth elimination by a superkick from Nemeth. The last two survivors were Nic Nemeth and Frankie Kazarian, and the result of this match was Nic Nemeth pinned Frankie Kazarian after hitting the Danger Zone finisher to become the new TNA World Champion. As Nemeth savors his victory, the atmosphere in the arena intensifies with celebration and his brother Ryan rushes into the ring, sharing a heartfelt moment with the new TNA World Champion. Jordynne Grace, alongside ABC, join in the festivities, adding to the jubilant scene. The celebration grows even larger as PCO and Steph DeLander make their way to the ring, applauding Nemeth's hard-fought victory, and the show goes off the air.